when Viv and Dan do it. I'd actually like to come along, because obviously I'd love to go to America and do it. Absolutely love to. But the closest thing we've got over here is like the ones up in Scotland. So I'd like to go along with Viv and Dan if ever they do one over here and just see what it's like. I'd love to. I think that'd be so interesting.
I've always wanted to go to Scotland. Yeah.
I've heard.
Well, we've got a couple of suggestions for. We got a couple of suggestions for. It could be called Paul 2, or Pikey Paranormal.
Paul 2. No, not Pikey Paranormal. I'm not a Pikey, thank you very much. I don't steal things.
We'll go with Paul 2, I think. That'd be good. We'd invite
Paul
Simon
2.
Pegg along. And Nick,
that'd be awesome.
Frost,
that'd be awesome.
That wouldn't it?
The Paranormal Highway. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. Absolutely. All over the place.
I want to go to, and one of the places we'd have to go to was Area 51 and the cafe there and everything. Got to do that.
Totally.
And I'll hold you to that, Viv. I'd love to come along to one of them.
Yeah, we'll all go. We'll all pack up and go.
But yeah, it's there's a lot of things. There's a lot of like paranormal places all around the world I'd love to go to. Absolutely kill to go to. Now I've got my passport, just a case of saving up. But, yeah. But yeah,
I'd like to go Bigfoot hunting.
Which one? Normal Bigfoot, skunk ape, dogmen, what?
No, the normal one. I got into Expedition Bigfoot. That was really good. And another interesting one was the Killer Alaskan Bigfoot. That was good.
Killer
Both TV shows.
Oh.
Alaskan Killer Bigfoot or Killer Alaskan, I don't know, one of them. Yeah, so both of those I'll be well up for. I just think it's interesting. So tree structures that are made, although I think some of them could have been just made other hunters.
I was just reading out what Wayne said. A couple of I think do you mean Brits? A couple of Brits travel the length of the states looking for UFOs and find they have actually been traveling in a virtual world run by aliens. You mean that as the storyline for Paul 2? God,
that sounds good.
That's quite cool. Can you imagine that?
It'd be sort of like a UFO version of the Matrix.
There's a game called Star Ocean, which is the same thing. They're game characters, and they realise that they're trying to delete the people that they're in the game, and people are trying to delete the game, and they find a way to get out the game and into the real world. Yeah.
Isn't that sort of story like one of the Red Dwarfs? When Cat when Cat comes out and he's Dwayne Dibley.
Oh God! And they're in a VR machine, and he's got buck teeth and everything. Ooh,
yeah,
like that. Yeah. Dwayne Dibley. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a storyline to that, surely.
You don't need to worry about Area 51. You need to worry about Dayton, Ohio, Wright-Patterson Air Base. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on at Wright-Patterson Air Base at the moment. No, you go ahead and copyright that. I reckon that'd be an awesome book. Eh?
What have you heard then?
What? God, there's supposed to be they're working over there in conjunction with several I won't say alien species because that's not right. People from other planets, and that they've been working at, again, I was talking about it earlier, since the 50s, but Wright-Patterson Air Base, they've got all sorts of tech there, and you see things at night flying around there that have been filmed, that's not like anything conventional that we've got. And it's like UFO sightings across the board. We've been saying it since last year. They've gone, and they're getting clearer and clearer and clearer. So it's something's going on, and I think we'll have definitive proof soon.
Interesting.
So,
have you seen the film Nope? Yeah.
Film what?
Nope. N-O-P-E. It's called.
No,
that's about UFO. That's really good. Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it. And
No.
it's almost like a twist on Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, right. See, I think
It's
Skinwalker
really, really
Ranch.
good.
I think Skinwalker Ranch has got lots and lots and lots of doorways. I genuinely, we've done. You might have seen the show. We've done loads of shows about it. Skinwalker Ranch,
Yeah.
because of all the various things that goes on. I think there's a lot of doorways there, and they've all. It's like an airport forecourt of terminals and all these different doorways to different places,
Yeah.
all converge in this one place. I think.
I definitely think there is something in it. I don't believe that it's UFO related. But there is strange going on now. From what I see of some of the TV shows, they pick up like radiation 1 minute and then it's gone the next, and
Yeah.
I find that really quite weird.
That's what makes me think it's doorways. I don't think it's necessarily UFOs at all, but I do think there's doorways there, lots of doorways. Where they go to, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's loads of possibilities, isn't there? You know, even if it isn't doorways as such, but like wormholes, we know, you know, scientifically they do exist. Could it be that there's one that appears there occasionally?
Yeah.
Don't know. It's definitely a head scratcher, that one, isn't it?
I was just reading out about Loch Ness. Wasn't there? I'm sure I read a report about last year. Some university students had an underwater camera, and it was they were looking for evidence of something completely different, and it filmed what they think was the side and flipper of a plesiosaur or something like a plesiosaur going past. I remember seeing it on the news.
Okay, but then that could have been like just a big fish, couldn't it? Really?
It'd have to be a fucking great big fish.
Do you not think? Yeah, it would. I actually got, again, going back to the 14 times, on the cover this month, it does say there's a UFO cover-up at Calvine. And it's about a case that was, some photographs were taken 30 years ago, and the government have covered it up. I was going to quiz you about that, but I thought actually, as I've only just got it, I've not read it yet. So
the trouble is, so many. We've reported about it before. There's so much stuff that the government's covered up, and then like they forget they've covered it up, and then like 30, 40, 50 years down the line, they go, "Oh, well, when this happened, and we said that this had happened," it's like, "No, you covered it up, so now you're saying it. What are you doing?" You know?
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of that going on, and it's like the full disclosure nonsense, and then the Senate hearing nonsense. I quite look forward to the Senate hearing one, but then you've got the guys turning around and saying, "No, we can't talk about that," which is an enigma in itself, because they're asking them direct questions, whether there are UFOs and whether there's this and whether there's that. And if somebody turns around and goes, "Can't talk about that," to me that's a big yes. Yeah. You know, but you know,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I was looking into the Roswell incident the other day actually, and like 1 minute they were going, "Oh yeah, it's a crash UFO," it was a crash spaceship or something they said, and then the next minute it was a weather balloon.
That's right.
And then it was reported in the news as something else. Then there was an eyewitness to come forward. And then he was bullied to retract his statement. And he's like, I regret I ever did anything. I should have kept my mouth shut. It's just a mess.
Well, the thing that gets me about that and Rendlesham Forest is, do you remember the hieroglyphs that were reported with the Roswell crash? If you look at some of the photos of the alleged hieroglyphs that are on this liquid metal bendy stuff, very similar to the ones that were reported in Rendlesham Forest. So why could these not be from the same place?
So do you subscribe to the fact there could be multiple species of aliens out there?
Yeah, I don't see why not. For us to turn around and say that this is the only planet with intelligent life on, that's just an arrogant thing to say. Out of the whole of the cosmos, and for every pinprick of light that you see, for each star, there's supposed to be 2 to 3 planets capable of sustaining life as we know it, and that's life as we know it. That's not saying that there isn't carbon-based life or something else or something else. So, out of the billions and billions of them,
they've just recently discovered that water planet, haven't they?
I think there is life on so many planets. And I think there's probably life on planets that's millions, if not billions of years more advanced than we are. You know, I don't see why there wouldn't be whatsoever, because we're quite late in our galaxy is quite a new galaxy compared to lots of others. I mean, I think they found found 4 recently that are something like 500 million years old or something like that. And those planets there, if things had just been left to evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve, you're going to have, there's so many planets out there with just technology that we'd just be like, nah, you know. And it would literally go back to primitive times when they came and we thought they were gods. So it would just go back to that again.
Yeah. We just need one of those food replicators that they have on Star Trek, and we're
oh yeah, I want one of those replicators. God, that'd be awesome. Plenty of planets in the Goldilocks. Yeah, exactly. You know, I reckon there's
can you imagine the amount of money you'll save with a replicator?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Just like, fancy curry tonight? Yeah, right, curry. Chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you've got to specify what temperature.
Yeah. Well, you can have it with like a roll of, it'd be like light up toilet rolls, wouldn't it, for curry? And like 1 toilet roll's mild.
Yeah.
5 is like,
yeah.
Can you imagine Captain Picard?
Exactly.
Number 1, to my ready room. Can you get me a toilet roll, mate, up on
Yeah, fetch me the red one.
And it's like the Federation of Planets, isn't it? That's supposed to be real, supposed to exist, according to whistleblowers and this, that, and the other. The Federation.
Yeah,
of Planets.
I've heard that.
And they want us to.
Yeah, I think
join.
they just. Yeah, no chance, not yet.
We're too warmongering, and the thing is like, it's not us that do the warmongering. It's those bloody idiots that are supposedly in charge of countries. And quite frankly, they couldn't look after a baby with a nappy, let alone anything else.
Well, so I mean, again, you know, you're quite right. I mean, it's not, but I don't think it is just the governments. I mean, people have got no respect these days.
No.
I think there's a lot of no respect at all. I mean, just look how many people was arrested the other day when the Queen was going from Edinburgh to Hollywood. You know, there was that stupid young person calling out Prince Edward. And it's like, really? Is this the right time to do that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's people are idiots.
You know, and then you've got that, and then you've got those protesters that chuck paint all over buildings and things, and it's like, really?
The thing is,
we're so not original.
It's like, we need to reach enlightenment first, but I do think, we are in contact with them, have been in contact with them for a long time, but I think the majority of the ones that have been in contact with us, I think they're not daft. They know damn well that the governments are pulling the wool over our eyes, but I think they know that we're not. Majority of us, I think, are quite nice people who would get on with people from other planets.
Yeah.
It's the idiots, the fearmongers, and the I'm not a boy, I'm not a girl, where do I we? It's that lot that muck it all up for everybody at the moment. And the overprivileged, and they've got nothing to be privileged about, you know?
I think what these aliens need to do is just come down, take off the Star Trek and Star Wars. They're the ones that used to aliens, and just blow the rest up.
They need to come down and we're here. You guys who like us over here, you guys who don't like us over there. Because I'd love for them to come down, because I'd be like, yes!
Yeah, absolutely. As Trish said, we're